mugire kuba ekikalu tutere.
Now we are here at Salama, School of the Deaf, and what is seeing there, that's a security meeting that has been convened here at the school following the incident of the fire outbreak at this school. And right now I can see the chairperson of Mukono, that's Father Bakaluba, the RDC, as well as the State Minister for the Disabled, that's Helen Ndwa. So right now that's what's happening here at the school, and they're trying to find solutions what really happened after that incident, and we're seeing some of the parents also giving their account of their children of what really happened last night after the fire outbreak. And I'll be showing you more pictures just ahead of me, where we're seeing the forensic team also trying to do their job and gathering every piece of information, every piece of evidence that they can lay their hands on. But also now to give you the other picture here is that security is really tight with a cocktail of different security agencies here manning the school premises, and just right there what you can see, that's the forensic team trying to collect a few things here and there so that they can come up with their investigations of what really happened at this school here, the fire. So at the moment it's not yet clear what caused the fire. It's not yet clear what caused the fire, and I've been told the dormitory that I'll be showing you shortly was housing around 27 learners, and by the time of the fire outbreak there were 27 learners in that dormitory, and of which 11 I believe to have died. That's according to the police spokesperson, local Westjere. Those ones died, 11. And I'm from the hospital, that's the Verona Hospital, where we've seen 6 that were admitted there in very critical condition. The burns were very severe, and some of the parents have actually picked their children and taken them to for further treatment. That's at Mulago Hospital. So now what's happening right now is that the forensic team is trying to pick a few things there and there. But we've been also told that just a few days, Princess Anne, that's the Princess of England, that's the daughter of the late Queen Elizabeth, was making her way to this school. We've been told that that was just a few days that she would be coming here, but now it's uncertain whether she will be actually making the journey right here after what has really happened here. So just to give you a feel here, some of the parents are actually inconsolable. We've talked to some actually don't want to speak to us, you know, and we understand the situation. Someone has just fainted there. One of the parents has just fainted, and she's just put into the ambulance so that she's taken for treatment. But I'm going to try and talk to some of the few parents here and some of the residents here who will also give us an account of what really happened here. So let me show you the dormitory that was housing the learners by the time of the fair. So just right there, where you see the black smoke there, that's the dormitory that was housing around 27 learners by the time of the fair. So you can see the damage really tells it all. And the whole place has been cordoned off by the security. As I've told you, it's a cocktail of security agencies here. I've seen the JAT and police trying to man this whole area. But again, much as the residents would like to know what's really going on, the place has been cordoned off, as I've told you, and they're not allowing, unless you have something of interest that you're contributing to the investigations, but at the moment no one is being allowed to come close to this place. So it's just the security agencies and the leaders that are trying to give us an account of what's really happening. So let me try and seek out someone we're going to be speaking to tell us what really happened at this place and maybe how far with the investigations. But right now it's all about the forensic team that is trying to gather every piece of information that they really can so as to get done with the investigations. But I'm going to be speaking to some of the parents here who are going to tell us a few things here, what really happened. I guess these are some of the parents. Banaye mbasaasidde nnyo bannyabo ekyabaddewo. Mweba mukubazadde. Omukyalo ono. Okay. Ono. Okay. Gyebale mama.
Sebo nawe gyebale.
Kali kakati olugize nga babayita nti omuliro gukutte omwana we y'omulabye.
Mwana simulabyeko. Naye nafunye amawulire nti yafudde.
Badde bamuyita ani omwana?
Bamuyita Piroti.
Kati mwe muva mubeera sayidi ki?
Tubeera na Bingu.
Bakubidde bukubizi essimu nti omuliro gukutte ekisulo ky'abaana oba?
Bakubye essimu. Actually taata we yasoose okuba nga ayagala kumanya ku bya vidi kuba tubadde tumanyi nti vidi ya Sande nga twetegeka okujja ku Sande kati ye yakubye essimu nga just kuba out of the blue kwe kufuna amawulire ago. Naye tebatugambiddewo nti no oba omwana yafudde, just batugambye omuliro gwakutte abaana 11 bafudde, then abalala abaddusiza mu ddwaliro bwe bityo. Kati nange kwe kujja nzije nkonfaminge.
Kakati abakulu b'essomero bababuulidde omuliro guno kwe gwavudde oba?
Amazima amatuufu nabo tebanaba kumanya ki ekyaleese omuliro.
Kati babakubidde essaawa nga mmeka?
Batukubidde ku ssaawa zabadde ssaawa emu nga zigenda mu 2. Nfaayo twasoose okufuna essimu.
Kati bwe mutuuse wano ne mutandika kunoonyamu bammwe?
Tebatukkiriza tuuka eri ku ssiini. Tebatukkiriza.
Kati nga babagamba ki?
Fukeesi era nga bw'obimanyi ebya bulijjo nti wabeerawo NSC ne crime scene eri gye babeera bakozesaako mu abantu abalala tabakkiriza kutuukayo.
Kakati essaawa zino babagambye mulindeko kiki?
Ekyolinda wabula tebalina kye batugambye kyamaanyi wabula just batugambye like the bodies kuba tosobola na ku identifyinga nti ono yegundi so tulabye emmotoka ya 99 nga bali mu kuyoola mibiri batugambye bagitwala Mulago kati simanyi kiddirira.
Bane katubasaasire bana embeera etambule bulungi. Well, that's one of the parents here, as you've just heard her side of the story. It's really touching story of what really happened. They just received the call that there was a fire at the school here. So now I'm going to speak to the matron here, who is also going to give us an account of what really happened and what's the way forward. Hello, matron. Matron alwa? Matron oli wali. Okay, oli muzadde naawe? Mukyala wa headmaster. Okay, mukyala headmaster kakati mwabadde awo nga babagamba nti omuliro gukutte.
Tubadde ssaawa 6.
Ssaawa 6?
Ogw'ekiro. Nayinza okulya nga mpulira emiranga wabweru. Nenfuluma ne ngamba banange kiki ekituuse mu baana. Kutuukawo ne nsanga ng'omuliro gukutte eddinisa eyo nga gubumbuka. Kye tukoze era tugezezzaako nga bwe kisobose tulwane ku baana tulembe tutaasizza abaana n'ebigaana. Abawonyeeko bawonyeeko, abafudde bafudde abaana 11. Abaana 3 ne tubaddusa mu ddwaliro ku Herona. Abadde 3 babadde awo. kati okutuusaawo kwabo abaana bagenze ku ero n'ababiri bakabakomyawo abalala ngeri gye bali obubimbo babongeddeyo oba
bana ekitalo nnyo bannaffe. Bannaffe abatulaba wano ku NTV tuli wano ku ssomero erya Salama School of the Blind oba essomero ery'aba muzibe era nga lye lyakutte omuliro wano, naye okukkakkana ng'abantu abayizi 11 bo tebalutonze kwe kusinziira ku poliisi. Bino byenjogera si bye byange wabula okusinziira ku poliisi, naye 16 baddusiddwa ne batwalibwa mu ddwaliro lya Herona era ng'eno gye tubasanze embeera nga bwetyo. Babuwe nga abamu bafunye ebiwundu bingi binene ddala wano era abamu ku bazadde ne baddukira abaana baabwe okubatwala. Kakati ngezako okufuna minisita omubeezi ow'abantu abalina obulemu ku mibiri gyabwe agenda okutubuulira ye embeera nga bw'agirabe n'oluvannyuma tulabe ekiddako. Yes, Honorable.
Yes, please.
I won't say good afternoon or good morning, but anyway, just a brief of what really happened here and what's the way forward so far with the investigations.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say I'm in Salama Primary School for the blind, and I want to condole with those parents who have lost their children. We have lost 11 children of the young age, the ones in lower primary. And I understand there was some light which came in the dormitory that we were sleeping. Unfortunately, because the children are blind, they couldn't know how to run out of the room, and there was only one exit at the place where they have been sleeping. The matron was able to escape, and maybe she will give us more information. 7 children have been hurt, they have been burnt, and I'm happy that the administration of Mukono local government has already supported those children to be taken to the hospital in Chirudu. And also the remains of the other children who are burnt to ash have been taken. So I think now what we shall prepare as government, see the DNA is handled. I'm also going to talk with the Prime Minister to see how we can come in, because this is a disaster, to see how we support the parents in terms of burial, and also ensuring that we talk to the parents who have not lost their children for purpose of counseling, because I know some of them today might pick their children and leave their school, but I think this accident that occurred should not make them to return the children, especially that they are going in for exams. So we pray that God rest the souls of the young people in peace. Thank you.
Okay, and any leads so far?
Not yet. The police is just still investigating. They have already condoned the place. They have tied it, and they are saying they are still doing investigations. They have started putting in marks where the children were, and we want to wait for the police to give us that detailed report.
Okay, maybe looking at the dormitory, because we've been told it was housing 27 learners, and when you look at it, it's quite a small area for 27 learners. Had you taken interest as government for such conditions for the learners?
No, I think there are standards for dormitories that are given by the Minister of Education. And I think this question you're asking me should really go to the Minister of Education and the inspectorate, because they are supposed to investigate. Even you see the windows, they were bungalow proof, and yet we are supposed to leave them free. There was a bit of squeezing in the dormitory, so even if the children ran, and unfortunately for the matron, on seeing the light, for her, she ran away and left the children there. I found it a bit not responsible for such a person to take off and then leave the children burning, because even if they were blind and she commanded them, maybe they would have run to her direction. So that was the unfortunate part of the matron. But the place is a bit squeezed. But because maybe of facilities, the children being young, they decided to park them there. But I think according to government standard, it was not the standard that government provides.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That's Honorable Helena Asema, and she's the State Minister for the Disabled. She's just given us a count of what she thinks. And well, when you looked at the dormitory, actually, it had some burglar-proof windows. And well, I think it was... like she said, it wasn't an easy time for those that tried to escape. Now, let me speak to one of the parents here. You can see he has come to pick his child. A very good... So, just to speak to you about the whole incident, I'm seeing you've come to pick your child. When did you receive the call?
Yeah, I got the call early in the morning.
Your name?
My name is Ernest Mwebesa. I have a child. My daughter is called Ankunda Abigail, and she's one of the survivors of the fire that burnt up the school here at the Salama School for the Blind. I am the chairman of the PTA of this school, and it is sad news. It is very unfortunate. We can't explain the exact source because we are sure the security is on ground and they are doing their role. But as a parent and as the chair of the PTA of this school, we feel so saddened, and it's a very unfortunate incident that has taken place. It's very unfortunate. We lost a number of kids. The numbers are still not very certain, but the first information was that we lost 11 children. I visited the hospital where the other burnt children were rushed. That is Heron Hospital, and we found them being prepared to be transferred to either Murago or Chirudu for further management. But we feel so saddened about what happened.
And has the school given an explanation of what really happened?
The school has not given a clear explanation because the fire began at around midnight, according to the kids who were in the dormitory, and started from a window in one of the girls' dormitories, the P1s up to P3. So there is no clear information at the moment of what could have caused the fire.
oyogera ku luganda muzadde tubulireko just wawulidde bano babakubira essimu nti mujje mukima abaana bammwe essomero libawadde explanation yonna oba
essimu ezikubiddwa erinnya lyange nze Mwebesa Ernest ndi omu ku bazadde aba Salama School for the Blind ate nga nze chairman wa PTA ku lino essomero. Kibi nnyo ekitugwiridde naye nga tetunaba kufuna information etegerekeka omuliro gwatandise gutya gwatandikiddewa naye okusinziira ku baana abamu ku basurvivinze nga nowange y'omu kubo bagamba nti omuliro gwatandikidde kwemu ku madinisa aga dormitory y'abaana abato aba P1 mpaka P3. Kibi nnyo nti tufiiriddwa abaana bangiko omuwendo tegunaba kutegerekeka bulungi naye nga abasoose otugamba bagambye nti bali baana 11 abafiiriddewo. Era ddala toyinza kuwulira ekintu nga kibaddewo bwe kityo n'otajja kukima mwana wo. Ffenna abazze tuzze kukima baana baffe. Twebaza Mukama ni Katonda yatutaasiza abaana abamu ne bawonako.
bababuulidde essomero libawadde explanation yonna kiyinza okuba nga kyabaddewo?
Essomero tenaba kutunnyonnyola kubanga nga bw'olaba security ekyaliwo bakyanoonyereza naye okusinziira ku baana bawonyeeko batugamba nti omuliro gwatandikidde ku dinisa erimu ku dormitories.
Tubagaliza mikisa mwereere. Okay, now this is one of the parents, and he has just given us his account of what really happened, and they're here to pick their children to take them home. As you might see, the damage is already done and they're trying to pick up the pieces. Now let me speak to the RDC, that's Fatuma Ndisaba, who is going to also give us a highlight of what has really happened, and she's just from a security meeting there with most of the leaders here, the area leaders. Well, RDC, well, it's a very sad morning.
Yeah, it's a tragedy that has happened in our district, and we really condemn the motive of the person that maybe is behind all this. It is unfortunate that we've lost 11 girls, young girls in Salama, the School of the Blind, and we've only managed to save like 6 or 7 of them from that dormitory, because we are told that there were 21 in the dormitory. 3 of them managed to escape the fire. I don't know how, but it is maybe according to God's plans. But the 7 have been admitted to Herona Medical Center, but it is very good that the 3 of them have been discharged and the rest have been taken to Chirudu Referral Hospital for further treatment. And it has been a moment here, everyone is in tears, and the school administration is, I think, to do. But we've had a meeting for security with the KMP Commander Fan Stephen Tanui and the RPC, who is still new, and the CMI Commander, with the Honorable Minister Asamo for disabilities. And we've concluded that we need assistance from the Office of the Prime Minister, and we are going to make a report, me, the COW, and the chairperson LC5, with the DEO and the director of the school, because this is a government facility. So we need assistance from the ministry. This is a disaster that has happened to us. So we need that intervention from the Honorable Prime Minister. She's a very good lady, because when I called her in the morning to inform her about what has happened, she responded quickly. And I also thank my Minister for Presidency, because when I also called to inform her, she came in as quickly as possible. So I know all necessary assistances are going to be given to us, and we shall get to see the lists of the children, the parents that brought their children into this school, because we've heard that these children come from Fafa district. Some of them come from Mukono, but others from Untungamu, from Isingiro, from far away districts. So we need the lists of the parents, the lists of the guardians, because the bodies were burned to fire, to ash. There is no one who can be easily recognized. So I know we are going to a process of doing DNA, so we cannot release anybody, and police has taken them to Mulago for maybe keeping them till when we get to the parents, and government does that process of doing the DNA. So we don't want to maybe give assistance to a person who is not supposed to be given assistance. We just need the lists of the guardians or the parents, so that we can do proper DNA and we manage the process in the best way.
Okay, so at the moment, are you closing this school indefinitely, or?
We are not closing the school, and it is unfortunate that on Friday the school was going to host the daughter to the Queen that has just passed on of recent, but I don't know why, because the parents, you cannot refuse them, by the way, from taking their children, because this is a fear that has been instilled in them. But it is understandable. As a mother, can you refuse someone to take a child who has survived fire? You cannot automatically refuse, but it is it's an humble appeal to them that when you take the children, please make sure that you return them, because we need to do guidance and counseling to these children, so that we can as well empower them morally and spiritually, so that we can prepare them, because some of them are going to do PLE in the coming 2 weeks. So we cannot say that we are closing the school. And by the way, why close the school? Because it's just a dormitory, and the lives of those that have gone away are well known. So we should just prepare the remaining children to get ready for the PLE exams. So we are not closing the school, but I'm requesting for the parents that are taking the girls to bring them back in some 2-3 days, and we can go on with our education. Yeah.
Okay, omuntu yandiyagadde okumanya RDC ti kuba enjaga yagudde ebyabaddewo essomero eddoomu emu yakutta omuliro. Essomero mugenda kuliggala oba nedda?
Tetusobola kuggala ssomero nga district, kubanga ekisooka lino essomero ly'abaana abalina obukosefu ku mibiri, abalina obulemu ku mibiri, abaana baffe abatalaba, era gavumenti ebadde eyamba nnyo ng'ereeta braille machines. Abaana bano ate nga bakola ne PLE ne basinga n'abaana abatalina bulemu. N'olwekyo bw'oliggala ate tewaliwo alternative gy'ogenda kuteekawo. Just tugenda kuteekawo. By the way, tulagidde mu lukiiko lwa security lwe tuva okutuuza, police deploying with immediate effect, tubeere nga tulabira ddala nga security weeri, abaana baffe tubakuume, bakole ebibuuzo byabwe ebya PLE, omwaka basobole ogumalako, ate tulabe ebiki bye tubadde tetukoze nga gavumenti ebituchallenginga, maybe tubiteekewo. Then waliwo ne issues eziri administrative bwe tubadde mu lukiiko ze tuwulidde, maybe bulijjo ze batafulumya, naye kati bwe tubadde mu lukiiko tuziwulidde essomero lya gavumenti, but in management there and administration mulimu obuntu obuli hidden muli bwe babadde tebaleeta, naye head teacher bwabadde ayogera abufulumiza. Waliwo ko land wrangles ezo kubaki ani owninga ki, just know this is a public land. Kakati waliwo ba land grabbers emabega kaawo ndowooza abaali bakiyingiddemu, naye tekyajjako ku notisi yaffe ffe nga abakulira security. Kati n'olwekyo ebyo byonna tugambye poliisi bagende bakole thorough investigations, tulabye butya bwe zigenda okuba nga zibeera nga tuzimanaginga, tulabye tulabire eddala essomero bwe tuba turesuminga ne head teacher waffe aliwo n'aba management n'aba PTA ne ministry department ya special needs biki bye twetaaga okwetereza.
Oyogedde ku nsonga kuba tusanze emirambo bagitutte. Mugenda kola mutya okwawula kuba tukitegedde nti abamu babikiddwa ddala nga kizibu okumanya nti ono yoono bonna abaana 11 tewali gwosobola kumanya nti ono yoono oba ono yoono. Abaana bonna bayidde paka kuvu, bayidde kisirinza kyennyini, bonna beefunyiza just no babadde baana bato between 7 to 10 years, tewaliiko omwana mukulu, bonna bayidde. Era tugenda kunoonya abazadde baabwe, tutaskinze head teacher atuwe lisiti z'abazadde oba ba guardians oba ebitongole byaleeta abaana bano. Kati ebitongole ebyo ne ba guardians nabyo tugenda bitaskinga okubanga ate nabyo bituwa abazadde baabyo abatuufu, kubanga tugenda mu process ya DNA. Tewali muntu gwe tusobola kuwa might nga tetumaze kukakasiza ddala obanga guno gwe musaayi gw'omuntu oyo yennyini gwe tuguwa. Just n'omuliro bwe gwaka bambi bonna banoonya way out. Kati tosobola kumanya nti guli gwe tujje wali gwe gwoli oba gwe gwono. Kati twetaagira ddala okolera ddala DNA entuufu n'okukwasa omuntu maiti gye tumukwasanga yiye. Omanyi eggwanga ennaku zino abantu baggwamu ensonyi, ojja kulaba ate n'abatakiriimu ng'ate naye azza okclaiminga kubanga balowooza nti oba oli awo waliwo ekinene ennyo gavumenti kyegenda okukola ki okubawa. N'olwekyo nkubiriza abantu abali eyo ng'omanyiko nti olina omwana wano ku Salama School of the Blind, ng'omwana wo muwala abadde asula mu ddomu ey'abaana abawala abato, please jangu ku ssomero omanye ekifa ku mwana wo. Ekyokubiri, mwabaleeta abaana bambi nammwe mufeeyo mujje mumanye abaana bano babadde bato nnyo nga tosobola enewe sijagamba nga tosobola bassa mu kisulo naye bambi olw'okuba tetalaba ate alina n'obuzibu obulala ku mubiri nga yeetaagira ddala okubanga alina omuntu akola ki. Metron tumulabye naye sijagamba nti mwana muto but at least engeri bambi naye gy'abadde ng'ali omu maybe waabuzeewo amuyamba. Ate ne director naye alina obulemu ku mubiri, head teacher naye nga talaba, yabadde yeetaagako omuntu amuyamba okutuuka awali dormitory. Okay, thank you very much. Well, that's the RDC of the area, and Fatuma and Ndisaba, you've just heard what she's just said, and they're going to come up with a list of the parents that will be coming here at Salama School of the Blind to pick so that they can actually ascertain the real identities of the learners that have been burnt to ash, and they're going to be using the DNA so as to identify those the learners that perished in this fire. So at the moment, as you can see, this is the road that leads to Salama School of the Blind, but it's a very somber mood here at the school. We shall be giving you more details as they unfold. Stay tuned to NTV. For NTV, Ali Mivlan, my team, back to you in studio.